Adamantium31 back again, and I'm here to show you how to make your own creative
COVID-19 quarantine mask.
This mask that I'm going to be creating is based off a Halloween mask that I got, but the look and the design is from the traditional Japanese no dance. Now, it's not N-O, it's N-O-H. The no dance was a way of telling stories through characters. They have one that is a demon, the Oni. I want that kind of scary, smiley demon face. That's the one I'm going to be using for this. Now, it's pretty easy to create. Now, if you don't have a mask that you can use as a blueprint to put the warbler on, you have to make your own. And basically, you're going to probably draw an outline of what you want the face to look like in pencil. Heat it up a little bit. Now, don't squish it to your face where you can't breathe, okay? But actually put something over your face, because if it gets really hot and you don't want to burn yourself. So if you have to do it that way based on your face, I would almost lay something across your face that's going to protect you, and then kind of get the basic general shape of it so that you can kind of cut out the idea of what you want. And then you can start working on pushing in the cheekbones with a golf ball or tennis ball or whatever you're trying to create. Creating the mouth by pushing on it or moving it along the edges of the warbler. But I'll show you a super quick way if you actually have a Halloween mask that you want to just kind of do and you don't want to cut it up or something. Maybe it's expensive. Maybe it's something you just don't want to cut. It's going to be basically the nose part, cheekbone, through the jawline and around. And I basically want to make my own creative style to put my quarantine mask underneath that. So you're still going to be using one of your masks. You can add like a little slot to slide it through. Whatever you want to do, you can glue it on and then, tear it off and throw it away and get another one and glue a new one on. And if you need to do anything like that, or if you want to spray it with Lysol and stuff, whatever. There's 3 types of warbler. It's a thermoplastic, and it can be used to create awesome details and so many different things. We're going to make a quick use of this warbler. Now, there's the brown, which is probably the softest and easiest to work with. The black, which is probably the best ones to use. And then there's transparent. Now, I wouldn't use the transparent unless you really need a see-through mask, because they're the hardest ones to heat and to create the most detail with. They don't mold very easily. The black one is great for that, but I had some brown laying around, so that's what I'm using, is the brown one. So let's get started on making your COVID-19 quarantine mask. So this is the Oni mask that I'm using. You can kind of see it through the light in the background, but I have the brown warbler already on there. And basically all I did was heat this sucker up. And then I started adding in the lines by pressing it into the mask. So as you can see, pretty easy to get what you want out of it. Now at the bottom, you'll see that there's kind of lines where the chin kind of intersects and folds. And so basically with that, you just kind of press them in, and I already let it cool a little bit so it's hard. You can see that it's hard plastic now. But that is basically what I'm using. I'm just pushing it in there. It took me literally like 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. So I'm going to I'll probably cut it around here, around the cheeks and across. I'm going to start kind of big, so just really under the eyes. And then I'm going to see how it fits me on my face, and if I want it that high, or if I need to make it smaller. Okay? So kind of an easy way. Now, after you let it cool, it's pretty hard to get off that. So just slowly work your way through it, because one side has a glue on it. In the brown one, there's a side that has the glue on it. And as you can see, it took off some of the paint from the mask that I have itself. Okay. Not a huge deal. I can always repaint the mask if I want to use it for that, but I'm just using the mask for, for Warbler blueprints like this. Okay, so basically I'm going to figure out how high I want this to go, because basically the eyes are supposed to be about there. So I'm going to cut it down a little bit, and that's going to be part of my mask there. So there you go. That's step one. All right, guys. So as you can see, I'm already starting to trim the mask, but I wanted to kind of show you how I'm trimming that and where I'm trimming it. Basically, I'm kind of following the cheek line, and I'm cutting out the eye part right here. I just have some metal shears. Now you can actually use a scissors. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to kind of round out the nose portion here, and just kind of cut through here just so I can kind of get it basically right where the eye would normally be. And it kind of bends a little bit with you, not a whole lot because it is plastic, but it can kind of, we can even smoothen it out more than that if we need to. But as you can see, I'm kind of starting to cut that part of the face so it looks kind of like the demon mask part. And as you can see, I left it there so I can heat it a little more and actually push it down. But I wanted to leave just a little bit of it because basically I think, I'll have an elastic that goes up over the ears and one, to the back of the neck. So it holds it in pretty well. So it's probably what I'm going to do. I don't think I want it that high. Now I can, if I needed to, I can put a piece of Warbler there and actually keep it high so it stays there. But I don't want it that high. Even if I cut the eye pieces out, I just don't want it that high. So I'm just going to continue cutting this and we'll see where it goes. All right. All right. So basically this is just with one coat of a primer paint. Now you can add more coats as needed. I basically just did it once. I'm going to paint more onto it because basically this is going to be kind of my Samurai Darth Maul pattern again. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding the regular paint over this. It's going to be black with this red color. And then basically I'm just going to keep adding the designs onto it. Later on I'll put holes in it and the elastic through there, or a pocket for the quarantine mask in there. So all right, so here it is. I'll show you what I painted. Basically it took probably a good hour and a half to paint this the way I wanted it. I just used some, obviously kind of like a brick red, black, and white. And then all I did is use a couple different brushes and I just started painting it on. So if you want to look at it there, you can see I created, this is based off my Samurai Darth Maul that I created, but you can do any pattern you want or any type of face or however you want to do it. I didn't get as intricate, like I could have added the white teeth all the way through the sides of the top there and everything else. I didn't get that intricate with it. I figured this would be good enough. And so I'll kind of show you what it looks like on, but really you can use elastic for the earpieces that hold it in. And I didn't show you the other mask in there. I must have ran out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So if I do a extra piece onto that, I will video that for you. But for now, this covers pretty nicely on my face and mouth. I just loop it over an ear, press it over my nose, loop it over that. There we go. So you have your own creative COVID-19 quarantine mask. And yeah, so just don't go in with a heavy coat, your hands in your pocket, just so they don't think you're robbing the place. But other than that, this is what I got. And you too can make your own COVID-19 cosplay quarantine mask. All right, guys. Hope to see you in the next segment. Thanks, guys, for all watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one.